This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, here we go. The famous scaffold match.
Oh, Cornette.
Oh,
Is without question.
These are the Verilites. I got 75 Verilites. Rented those. I spent all night with the operator programming, and you really can't see a damn thing. But it was just for effect.
Yeah. Well, you kind of see him up on top now.
All right, Phil Collins. That's it. Phil Collins. His video, I saw him on that. And I said, I want him.
Okay.
Gary Carnes was the salesman. I can't believe I'm remembering this for Verilite. And I called up and he said, "You're what? With whom?" I said, "Jim Crockett, we're wrestling." And you want to do what? I became a very good customer.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't ask you your name after that.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is a very dangerous place for all these guys.
It is. I mean,
dangerous.
think how that is what, 15 feet?
Maybe
20.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be. I don't know how.
I'd have to count the sections.
I think as a wrestling announcer, it got higher each and every time we talked about it.
Of course, yeah. It's
10
about
feet.
80 feet in the air now.
15 feet, 20 feet. They're 30 feet in the air. My God. But realistically, and they have that diamond grate or the diamond plate on the top, which obviously helps with the traction, but also can scar and bruise the body when you get hit too.
Oh, yes.
But you obviously would rather get hit by the diamond plate than you would fall right to the mat.
Yeah, or get hit by the Road Warriors. Yeah. It's like a meat grinder.
Yeah,
That diamond plate's exactly
Right.
like a meat grinder.
Right.
Look at what
Right,
we're
there's
seeing
one.
here. The entrance from the Road Warriors and just straight up the scaffold they go. Obviously back then they were playing Iron Man.
Didn't even.
Well, that didn't last.
No, well, I didn't know why they put it up there. Okay.
And also, nobody practiced on this.
I'm sure. David, that is every bit of 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
It's right up there with the lights.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Yeah, I could say, easily say 20 feet. Come on, Jim. Yeah. Talking about somebody that needs knee replacements after this.
Yeah. Jim is going to blow out his knee here at the end of this match. And I vividly remember it happening because it happened right in front of me.
Yeah, I remember it too. And when he went,
Yeah.
he didn't bend. He just stuck it just like a stick.
Well,
Did not bend at all.
the idea was Big Bubba was going to catch him, which when he was hanging and swinging there, I knew there's no way Big Bubba's going to catch him. So we'll see it here in a minute, but man, the scaffold match.
Yeah.
I hope we never see that again. I just
Oh, you will. Somewhere. Sometime.
yeah, you're right. Because not only is it dangerous to, I mean, the thing could topple. Did Klondike Bill build this, or did
No.
we have some? He did not.
I
Okay.
had a construction company, scaffolding company come in and do it.
Of course.
These the pieces, cross pieces there, I had
Yeah.
special order.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't make them that long.
Yeah, Klondike just built the ring, and of course, would rub his beard.
Okay, she did the
Yeah.
triple cage now. Come on.
Would rub his.
Oh, the
would,
triple cage, that was not Dothan, Alabama. Where was Elvis from?
Oh, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Tupelo.
That's
Yeah.
where that triple cage was, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that-
On
and
top. Boy,
Yeah.
that was a pain in the ass.
That was at.
Tom Miller.
Walkers, to win the match, you must throw
Oh.
both of your opponents off Introducing, first of all, from the dark side, along with manager Jim Cornette, Loverboy Dennis, and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express. Ladies and gentlemen, along with Precious Paul Ellery from Chicago, a combined weight of 585 pounds. The Legion of Doom, the Road.
By the way, to let you know, it's just a side note as a ring announcer, and I did plenty of this when we went on tour. I just made up the weights.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just made them up. I remember Gary Capetta would always bring out the card. And I said, Gary, why you bring out the card? He said, well, it's just, I don't know. It's like my security blanket. And I said, just make this shit up, dude. I said, that's what I do on TV. I said, so, but I really loved ring announcing, man. I had so much fun being the ring announcer. And so obviously the Road Warriors are waiting. God, they were immense, weren't they? Holy.
Oh, they were. And so unpredictable.
Yeah.
And you're wrestling them and you're going, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, they know one thing, and that's just try to run over you. Now I see the chain, we had it bolted down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Locking everything together.
This structure. You said you outsourced this. You had a company, a scaffolding company. Do you remember any details about that?
You know, where they were from or anything?
Just, you know, what you were looking for. Did somebody draw it on a napkin and say, hey, here's what we're looking for? The first time I remember hearing about a scaffold match was Jerry Jarrett. And I think Memphis probably gets a lot of credit for that. But how were you guys sold on the concept of, hey, let's do a scaffold match? And then how did you arrive on these two teams? I mean, I think if we're armchair quarterbacking it now, Midnight Express could have had a phenomenal regular in-ring match, but they had so much heat, you needed them to have their comeuppance, and who better than the Road Warriors, right?
That's correct. You know, and also if you think about it, what a great match the Rock and Roll Express would have as far as a scaffold match with Midnight Express. I mean, that would have a lot more movement, and you could spend a lot more time with it than with the Road Warriors, because the Road Warriors are so massive, and you know they were so pumped up, you know, on the gas that and I tell you right now, they were scared to death, Road Warriors.
Yeah.
You know, now Midnight Express, they'd worked a scaffold match. That's one, you know, there again, involving Jim Cornette. They had ideas of, you know, what I just, you know, when I had to figure out how to do it safely. Because, you know, we did have them booked elsewhere.
Yeah, I know.
This is not the end. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to me about, you know, putting this together, you know, the concept of whose idea it was. This is in Atlanta, so this is your town, you're here.
It was a combination, I'm sure, of Midnight Express and Dusty, you know, because he was the booker. They knew how to work the scaffold. You know, Road Warriors didn't. Convincing Road Warriors to do it, that was, you know, that was the challenge.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's funny how the Midnight Express probably were the least afraid of these two teams, but on TV it was portrayed the other way.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
Bobby. Oh, Bobby.
And you're going to see that obviously they are going to work this to where they really don't fall from the scaffold to the mat. They kind of start climbing down, and then that's when they fall. The only one that fell really from the top was Cornette, but he did after he was hanging up there for a
Mm-hmm.
minute. So obviously, this type of match, you don't want to go long. They go 7 minutes in this match, and we got 2 20-minute matches and 2 fine 20-minute matches to finish things up. But
Yeah,
this was
Go
a
ahead.
selling. I'm sorry. This was a selling point, really. The whole thing. Night of the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
The pumpkins being thrown off the scaffold and hitting the pavement. In the promo.
That's right. We did a commercial, didn't we? Do a commercial with pumpkins.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sure
It was
did.
a construction site, and you
Yep.
had the Road Warriors write everybody from the Midnight Express's name on a different pumpkin, and then we saw them explode in slow motion. Who would have been responsible for putting that together, Mr. Crockett? Do you remember?
Oh, we shot that. Well, Wayne Daniel was there. Emerson
Mhm.
Lawson. Jackie was one of the cameramen shooting it. It was sort of one of those things that you just do. We had our people, so to speak. Well, we had our own camera, truck. If we needed the truck, and had park cans. So if I needed lighting, which we had very little outside, it was raw.
Yeah, it was
Definitely
raw.
raw.
That's right. Yeah, I just that stuff that's raw to me is the wonderful stuff.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
It is. To me, it's like, look, if you watch these reality shows, they're
Uh-huh.
not.
Of course,
They're
not.
so, scripted.
Right.
Whereas, the stuff we were doing, like with Nelson Royal, that just you go out and shoot it. And to make up a lot of that, and Nelson made up a lot of that on the go.
Yeah.
He didn't have a teleprompter or anything.
Yeah.
Do you remember doing business with the Road Warriors, Mr. Crockett? Any stories in particular stick out about how easy they were or difficult they were or what have you?
I guess the easiest time with them is when they finish the cycle with the gas, you might say, when they were pumping up,
Yeah.
they would be very touchy. And I'm sure people in your audience are going to say, what are you talking about, gas? Well, look at their arms.
Yeah. Their necks and their
Yes.
pecs.
Well, Mr. Ellering was like their real life manager as well. Was that your
Correct.
experience that you
Yes.
talked a lot of business with him?
Yes. And, and he was the calm one, I guess you might say, the guy that never smiled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul was pretty serious.
Yeah, he was, but he would not let them out of his sight.
Yeah. He was obviously, it was great for them.
Yeah.
Did Arn on any of his podcasts ever tell you about how he came up with the name of Eggplant for
No.
Lex Luger?
He did
He
not.
never told. Okay. He tells the story better than me. I should let him tell it, but it was in a 6-man match in LA with Paul Ellering and the Road Warriors against Tully Arn and Lex Luger when Luger was a part of the Horsemen. And according to Arn, Hawk was just drugged out of his mind and going crazy. Okay. So he was just, he got the tag in, he was pounding on Luger and he threw Luger into their corner, and Luger looks at Arn, he says, you know how Luger was breathing really hard. He says, what do I do? What do I do? He's out of his mind. And Arn said, I'm thinking, Eggplant. I'm thinking. Hang on a second. Okay, tag me in. So that's where he came up with the name Eggplant for him. So, but he tells him much better than me.
Now there's the guy with the gift of gab,
Oh,
Arn Anderson.
man. Still today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bobby Eaton's no longer with us.
That is a shame.
We lost him this year, Huntsville's
Yeah.
finest. You got any good Bobby Eaton stories you can share with us, Mr. Crockett?
Nothing incriminating. Just Bobby was always had a smile and would stutter. You know, I remember when I tried to interview him on camera. I mean, that was I had to turn away. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Always screwed around with us at the set.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there goes Dennis. Dennis fell quite a long way away there.
Ooh.
Let's track it here.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think too that as many unbelievable matches that the Midnights would have over the years, this has to be their most viewed match ever. You know, they did their least wrestling here.
Right.
The success of this videotape and this pay-per-view and the talk of this match. I mean, what we're watching is called Starrcade 86 Night of the Skywalkers. So this is, you know, even though it's not necessarily the main event, it kind of is.
I mean,
title show.
Yeah, the Skywalker. Oh, all right, everybody, we got to watch this. Oh Lord.
Yeah, let's track this too, Conrad.
Yeah, this is. He's looking at what can I grab? What can I grab?
Jim Cornette is high atop the scaffold, laying face down.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Animal has him. Now he's hanging.
Oh, blew it.
Yeah, Bubba was not going to catch him.
And
It's
as the story goes, Dusty explained that day to Cornette, and then Bubba's going to catch you like they do the cheerleaders. And I guess as the story
he lied.
Lost him in the lights, and he tried to explain to a very upset Cornette, Jimmy, you fell so fast.
There was no way in that short period of time when he's hanging there was no way he was going to catch him.
No.
Because Jimmy was a big guy. Jimmy Cornette was a big guy.
Yeah, that's not a 115-pound girl falling.
Yeah.
That's a grown-ass man falling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was Jim Cornette too. It's, you know, Bubba probably really didn't want to catch him.
All right, we're gonna show a replay here. Watch Bobby and Dennis fall, because they take, these are quite bumps too. I mean, Bobby's going to fall. I think Dennis falls first here. Nope. Yep. Here we go.
Loverboy Dennis, the first one to go down. Beautiful Bobby, not far.
I get it. It's a wrestling podcast, but he's saving us money on our mortgage. Do you really trust this process? The reviews don't lie. 5-star review after 5-star review. We make it fast, we make it easy, and it's no cost or obligation. Give us a shot to earn your business. I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did, especially if you like keeping more of your own money. You don't need perfect credit or money out of your pocket, so what are you waiting for? Hurry to savewithconrad.com. Buddy, that was so close to being a bad situation. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't want to fall. I don't know, because I never fell that far, but looks like you would not want to fall on your back, nor would you want to fall on your feet, because you could break an ankle or blow out a knee like Cornette did. So yeah, it's just,
I don't want to be booked in a scaffold match, Tony.
No. And of course there were scaffold matches after that. Obviously, if you'll recall, David, we had in the WCW era, we had PN News.
The worst match ever. 91.
Yeah, the 91, the big scaffold match where he was so scared he just laid on the scaffold and gripped it and wouldn't move. Okay.
Seriously, Steve Austin
those definitely
the worst match of his career. You know,
it was the worst match of Steve Austin's career.
That's what he says. Yeah.
Wow. Doesn't surprise me. Here's another angle. We didn't at first. Oh, Cornette's got to grip it. And then
where's Bubba?
He's in there.
He's not going to catch him. Bubba's not going to catch him.
Time.
So there's a pretty famous book out there that Mr. Cornette put out, and he talks about all of his payoffs and whatnot. I'll look for that, but while I do look through Cornette's book, Can you tell in your book what the gate was for this event?
Sure. Oh, he is going to pitch. Yeah, he'll pitch.
Yeah.
All right.
There's some good stuff.
I can tell you what
here.
the gross was. All right.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, let me look
Some
here.
good stuff here, man.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at savewithconrad.com.